Welcome to Hanging with the Hoopers podcast. Enjoy our speaker spotlight.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Hanging with the Hoopers podcast. We are excited to have Chelsea Peitz on with us. Again, we brought her on last year prior to Energize 24, and we brought her to the Mid-Atlantic, and you all raved about her. Talked about marketing, talked about social selling, and she really helped us look at the neuroscience, get over some of our fear about getting on camera and some of the benefits, some of the value that brings. And so much was taken out of her talk. We're having her back, but for some things totally different. So Chelsea, welcome. I know it's going to be a sacrifice coming from beautiful Scottsdale, Arizona to probably rainy or snowy Baltimore and Richmond in the DMV. But welcome to the podcast. And
thanks for having me. Thanks for having me back. Yes, it's going to be a little bit of a climate change for me, but I'm excited. It's going to be fun. I had such a wonderful experience. I speak all over at all kinds of different events, and the energy at your event was definitely top notch. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, you brought the heat with your topics, and I'm still hearing. I'm in our title agents' offices, and so many of them are still doing your 10-10-10 strategy that you taught every single day. And if you weren't there and you don't know what that means, then be in the room next time, and I'm sure you'll have some other nuggets just like that. But you crushed it. You kicked us off both days with high energy, but it was so practical, and it was here's why you engage, here's how you engage on social. So let's dig into the topic for this year. It's a new year. Things have changed on social quite a bit. The real estate market has changed quite a bit this year with all these settlements. There's a ton of stuff that is out there. So why your topic? What are you excited about to kick off 2025?
Yeah, I'm really, really passionate about what we're going to be doing at the event, because this year I sort of had this personal aha where I was like, I just don't think people want to waste time anymore. Not that we were wasting time, but we are tired. We're inundated. It's too much stuff. Just tell us exactly what we need to do. And if that doesn't work for me, give me the permission to do something that may work for me in a different way. So we're literally going to just kick it right off. And we're speaking directly to what I call the reluctant sales professional who perhaps even feels a little resentful that in 2025, we feel like we are being forced into this high tech, low touch world where we all have to be content creators and digital marketing experts, when that is not what our full-time job is. It can feel overwhelming and discouraging. And if anything starts to feel like a burden, we're not going to want to do it. And when we don't want to do something and we don't want to be somewhere, guess what? It doesn't work. And then we become this cycle of, I told you social media wasn't going to work. And so I'm going to bring a really fresh perspective, and we're going to get right to the heart of the matter. We're going to talk directly about what can you do today? What can you do that isn't going to force you to become somebody who, in a lot of people's words, are annoying oversharers, or somebody who's an introvert, or I'm a private person and I don't want to be sharing everything that I'm doing on the internet. I definitely don't want to embarrass my family or my friends. So how can I actually use this tool in a way that is going to connect me with people, attract more business, and make me feel like I'm kind of enjoying it? That's the goal. So that's what we're going to be talking about, is no nonsense, nothing that's super 25-step strategies and you have to make videos every day. No, we're just going to get back to the basics of being a human being amongst other human beings, except this time we're doing it in a little bit of a digital space. And that's what we're doing.
It's great. That's great. I like that you said something in there about you try something because you finally force yourself to it and it's totally not you. And so then you just get into this vicious cycle. Somebody told me today, they said, I'll do whatever it is you think gives me return on investment. I just want to know that the juice is worth the squeeze. I'm going to get, and so that's what you've been proving to busy professionals. Here are some trusted key points that if you'll do these, you're going to build that authentic brand. I really loved, last time it was really about the neuroscience and hacking back the courage, looking at the the results that come from being in that space, getting your face on camera, all that good stuff, and the authentically imperfect. I think that was a breakthrough for so many people. But yes, there's the reluctant professional. I just don't have time.
Yeah.
Or I don't want to get I'm very private. That's just not who I am.
I personally loved how you last time went into kind of training the algorithm a little bit with how you engage. And so I know you're going to bring a lot of those nuggets and tips. What would you say is in your perspective, like in our industry, what's the biggest change year over year? Like what's shifting right now? Like where are you kind of setting your sights with social and some of these other topics in the real estate space?
I was just on another podcast this week, and they're like, what are the trends? What are the trends? And I'm such an anti-trend person because I really know, like, the tried and true, when you take it all away, there's always going to be a new app. There's always going to be it's 10-second video. Nope. It's 30-second video. Nope. Now we're doing long form, and now we're doing hashtags, and forget all that. We're not even doing any of it. So it becomes this, oh my gosh, I'm trying to chase the next big thing. When in reality, nothing has changed in sales and marketing. Nothing has changed. It's all about relationships and how many people you talk to and serve and communicate and get in front of. And wow, isn't it amazing that 25 years ago we couldn't do that for free without calling someone or driving somewhere, and now we have the ability to do that at scale a couple of minutes a day. The other thing that's going to be really good about this year's programming that I focused on last year as well is that I'm tired of going to conferences that are either too baseline, like, okay, we get it, we get it, we told us this, like we have the basics, or you have to do a 50-step template framework formula thing to have success. Right. And so we're really going to give you all different levels, and it's like a buffet. If you don't want the pancakes, you like the French toast, great. Take that. You can have that if you want the whole thing. So the beauty about what I know you guys have done before is you really bring the buffet to people of like, I want the all you can eat, or no, I'm just here for like a few things. And so that is going to be serving every single person in there, whether you're like, I'm on board with social media, I'm excited for this session, or maybe you're like the majority of the room who's like, oh, great, another social media session. Doesn't anybody get the message that I don't like social media? I'm a proud Gen Xer, I'm a proud boomer, and I don't really want to be doing that. I don't have the time. It's a waste of time. It's addicting. You get trapped down the rabbit hole. I don't want everybody knowing what's going on in my life. Like, yeah, all of those things we're going to talk about. And honestly, I would venture to say that if you have those feelings, that's probably why you're going to be successful on using social media. So we'll talk about that too. We're going to take a lot of, you think it's X, but let me help you reframe it into Y. So we're going to do this perspective shifting.
You're singing Tim's music right now. I know, Tim, I know you're itching to jump in because that's your favorite. What she's saying right there, there you go.
I'm like, I am preaching indistractable, and these social media apps have been built to hack our brains, and we can hack back. I will also say this. The most introvert people do the best when it comes to social, in my opinion. Like, my wife is an extreme introvert. Extreme. And yet through her breast cancer, 2 rounds through breast cancer, she just kind of broke those fetters, and she started doing these videos, just kind of documenting her journey, because she just realized there's so many people out there that this touches. Her videos, I will watch the whole, she'll get on sometimes just for 5 minutes and kind of share where she's at. She had like a scare. She was talking about her processing. She got on and talked about her depression. She got on just sharing raw, and she's become this just authentic. And I will watch her videos, and I'm taking tips because, again, I am an extrovert. I've learned, Andrew, you know this, 10 years ago, my videos, like I was sharing some of them the other day with you.
Oh, Chelsea, if you could have seen, like, we don't judge, no judgment zone. Start somewhere and get the train rolling. Tim lived in Nashville, Chelsea. And you got to go to his YouTube channel back in the day. He's like, hey, yo, I'm coming live from Nashville. I'm telling you, you got to get the juice in your life. Like, it was incredible.
Now, I had just launched my business, and I'm really like,
you leaned into that energy. I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But what I've learned is take just a breath and a step back and just be more who you are, as if somebody's sitting across the table. And my wife, she'll get on there and like I'm not trying to like go give her, she'll get embarrassed by it, but the shares, the comments, the DMs, the private messages. And as I watch it, of course, I'm a little biased, but how I tear up is so authentic. And I'm like, so I'm saying this, I'm so excited about your topic, because if you feel like you're even introvert or ambivert or just kind of anti social media a little bit, you will do better. You won't waste a lot of time with it because you'll get on and get off and do your thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you'll come across so connective and authentic that when people go find you, they'll experience that authentic. They'll be like, I'm calling this person. So I think you have a leg up. Chelsea, I love that you said that.
Yes,
You'll find that you have a
we're
leg up.
welcoming introverts and anti-social medias. We're all, anyone who's skeptical, anyone
Me
who's
too.
we're welcoming you, because this is going to be a really helpful place to start to think about. I hadn't really thought about it that way. That actually makes sense. I feel like I could do that.
Yeah.
And so it's about empowerment. It's about permission giving. It's about helping you find something that works for you, not us laying out only a step-by-step formula. It's going to be a lot of different things that you can then build and say, this feels good for me. I could do that. This doesn't feel so great to me. I'm not sure if I'm ready to do live videos or reels or any of that. And that's okay. So there's no shame, no judgment here. We're welcoming anyone, especially if you're not super excited about using social media.
After I coached a lot of salespeople, and after your last talk at Energize, I took so many nuggets personally for me that gave me some of my life back, like hacking back my interaction with social media and really just honing in. And I already thought I was pretty good at the ROI, but really honing in on where I really felt like I was getting the most value and just doubling down, doing more of it. So like the 10-10-10. So I started doing that and been coaching on it. Like our team here at FNF, we do it. We leverage it, and it's so authentic. It's not like copy paste social media that you see a lot of this industry do. No, we are very much video, authentic, all the reps, like leaning and embracing it. So I want to tell the agents and attorneys who are looking at coming to Energize, just go look at FNF's brand in the Mid-Atlantic. Like we are practicing what we're preaching. In Chelsea, we took a lot of last year and really implemented it. So it's very scalable. It's very practical. So you definitely opened up some epiphanies for me. And so again, I'm not just blowing smoke. I really am looking forward to your talk. Before we shift, and Andrew, if I missed anything you want to cover, we can back up. But I do want to, before we let you go, like, what are you seeing? Everyone, not everyone. I don't like absolutes. A lot of folks will look at the holidays as that time to just kind of, let the foot off the gas pedal a little bit. Maybe there's not a big social media content plan for the end of the year. And we'll kind of pick it back up in the middle of January after the holidays and stuff. Personally, I think that's a big mistake, because I think the spring market is one now. I think 2025 already started, like in our minds, but also in our beliefs and our goals. What would you say to the title agency owner, to the sales rep, to the branch managing attorney, from a sales or a marketing mindset, like as we're, staring New Year's down and looking at Energize coming up, like what do we need to go do now to just feel like we're better positioned come the new year?
Yeah, I don't know who said this, but I feel like I've heard it somewhere where someone said it's always a good time and it's never a good time, right? So we could look at it in either direction. What I can say from a perspective of results and metrics, it is going to be tougher right now because there's a lot of other companies out there filling the feed with their paid dollars because people are buying things at this time of year. So it can feel like, maybe I should pull back, or like this isn't working, because this happens every year. It started in November. It's still happening. So it's not you. People are busy. People are out. People are traveling. People are tired. People are like, oh, it's 2 weeks left of the year. I can't wait to shut down, right? So whatever that is. But when I personally feel that vibe, and I get that way too, I think, what can I do that's the bare minimum that is going to have the biggest impact? And for me, that's always talking to people. That's never content creation. It's never, that's like literally last on my list. My goal is, can I talk to people? Can I help them feel seen? Because I really believe that in today's world, it's very rare to be able to help someone feel seen in a very them-focused experience, but also experience with your brand. And we can do that by just easily saying, hey, oh my gosh, that video that your wife posted was just, I needed it. Thank you. That's it. Like, you could send a private message to someone, and I've literally made your day. If you share that with your wife,
Wow.
she's feeling seen. Like, there are very few things that we can do in this world that really aren't about us or our brand, where we can actually, at scale, I can send 5 messages to human beings and just say, hey, I'm thankful for you this season, or I'm thinking about you. Is there anything I can do while you're, figuring out your stuff? Do you need an accountability partner for the year? Like, I know I do. Things like that. And so it's more of the communication than getting out there and being like, it's time to post more. We got to like drown it out because so many other people are posting. It's not about that for me at all. It's about, how can I use this to be more of a human being and continue the relationships with people that maybe I only know online, or, I haven't worked with yet. And I literally just had a direct message come in from someone today that said, I just wanted to say thank you for your content. I've been following you for years and your content is so helpful, and you just share it and give it all away, and you make me feel like I don't have to do it in a certain way. That was hugely like that. I'm telling you about it. Like, I'm literally telling you that somebody said that to me. Like, that's how much it meant to me.
Wow.
Didn't cost them anything. It didn't take more than 30 seconds to send the voice message. But people are watching and people are paying attention to what you're saying and your conversations more so than that. That person doesn't even know what I posted 2 weeks ago. The person who sent me the direct message, she remembers the conversations we have in the direct messages.
Yeah.
She doesn't remember what I posted 2 weeks ago. So use it for a communication tool, especially I think at a time of year when people are really ready to receive like some positive words of encouragement too. So that's what I would say. What's the bare minimum you can do? The bare minimum for me is I can talk to 4 people a day, and that's it. And that's what I'm
So
happy
practical. So practical.
For human interactions, go help people feel seen. I love how you said that. Here's another little practical along with that. Okay. So 4 conversations, but I feel like sometimes we're not sure if we're even connected with everybody. So what I would just share, because I was just in a training with real estate agents up here in Annapolis, and one of the girls in there, she's been here all year long. We've been doing this monthly consistency up here. And she just sent me a Facebook friend request the other day. So as I walked into the room, the training room, I'm like, hey, thanks for that connection request. She's like, I know, I thought we were already connected. I'm like, me too. So here's what I would challenge you as a title professional. Dump your CRM into like an Excel spreadsheet and just put it on your desk. And every morning over coffee, go to that list and message 4 people. Like, go to their feed, go deep, stalk it a little bit. And I say stalk casually, but like stalk, like get to know them a little bit.
We're lurking with love. We're
lurking with love. That's right. From last year. Lovingly lurking. And so we're going to go in there and drop some stuff on the comments, maybe on something that their kid graduated from, jiu-jitsu or whatever, and then send them a DM. And everybody could get a DM like, hey, happy holidays. And just like, here's the thing you'll probably find out as you go through your list, that's your like standard. You'll probably find you're not connected with some people. So then that's where you send the friend request. So getting ahead of 2025, make sure your core clients, your core referral partners, you're connected. Like, you're following them, you're connected with them on your platform of choice. I would highly recommend it. But do Chelsea's 4 as you do that. That's incredible. Fantastic. Very Andrew, good. You do a great job at social. You always stretch me. What would you add, or any other questions for Chelsea?
I wouldn't classify my job as a great job. I'm just very methodical and consistent. It's occasionally consistent. Consistent occasionally, I guess. However you want to word that. But to both of your points, Tim. My favorite thing is the practical. What can you actually do and control? You can't control how many views and likes you get on stuff. Making content can be brutal if you're putting too much effort into it. We had someone say, like, I just can't post it if it's not perfect. And then, like, we can get in our own heads about these things. So go focus on being human and authentic before anything else right now. Tim, you said it well. Go tee up your year by making sure you're connected with your entire database. Make sure you're interacting with them in a human way. Not trying to sell them that you're a great real estate agent with Coldwell Banker. Go, you're a great title agent, right? You're great, whatever it is. Like, go connect more humanly right now. I think that's a great call to action for the month of December as we ramp up for Energize. And I mean, Chelsea, again, thank you. We're blessed to have you. We're blessed to have you coming out, and we're really looking forward to another strong year. So, I mean, seats are going extremely fast. So before Tim, you can make a call to action for that. But Chelsea, any last call to action for all our our attendees or would-be attendees.
Yes, take this as your sign. If you listen to this or watch this and you're like, gosh, that's me. This is your sign. This is the universe saying, yeah, you listen to this for a reason. Get your ticket.
That's great.
Can't
That's
wait to
great.
see you
Yeah,
there.
we are excited. We are seats have been going very fast. And so I would also just encourage everybody before the end of the year, just get it done. And if you need overnight accommodations, that is a 12/31 expiration on that room block rate. So get it done. But Chelsea, again, we asked you, you jumped in, I think last January after the event, you have so many people asking for you back. You said, I'm there. So thank you for that commitment to us, our region. Thank you for all the value you bring to, our agents, their real estate agents all over the country. You're a fantastic resource. So thank you.
Thanks for having me. I look forward to it.
Yeah. We'll see you soon.
See y'all.